Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. I hope everything is going on well. I hope 2020 is good and looking up. Now today I want to share a few tips on how you can overcome depression, on how we can overcome depression. I want to give a few tips on how you can overcome that heavy cloud of depression. And the reason why I want to share this with you is because depression is a big problem, and if it goes unnoticed, it can become a monster. It can become something so big that overcoming it might become a problem. So tip number one, if you think you're going through depression, or if you think somebody who is close to you is going through depression, the first thing that you're supposed to do is to pay attention to your thoughts. If you think you're going through depression, the first thing that you're supposed to do is pay attention to your thoughts and your thought patterns. Think about what you're thinking about, because most of the time depression starts with the way we think. So think about what you're thinking about. See whether you have already taken your mind and your thought has already taken a certain pattern that it goes through, and it brings you down. It brings you very, very low. So basically, the first thing that you're supposed to do when you're depressed is to pay attention to your thought patterns. You will most likely realize that you're not thinking anything positive. You're only thinking things that are depressive, things that are negative. That is tip number one. Pay attention to your thought patterns. Pay attention to what you're thinking about. If you realize that you're thinking negative thoughts, then the problem starts in what you're thinking about. The other thing is, if you realize that you're just thinking about the negative things, I am this, I should have done this, why is this happening to me, how am I going to get out of this, try and think about the good times, the good events that you have experienced in your life. Think about the good events, think about moments, happy moments that you have experienced in your life, and you must convince yourself and tell your mind that that was not it. Definitely there must be something good ahead, or along, or down the road. There must be something good that is going to come up in your life. If you start thinking about happy memories, you will realize that you get happy, and for a moment you'll be able to disrupt your negative thoughts. So pay attention to what you're thinking about. Think about happy moments. Try and break the cycle. Try and break the pattern of thinking negative thoughts. Most of the time, and especially when it has been going on for a long time, it's normally not easy. It is not just easy to disrupt your mind. It is not always easy to disrupt your thought patterns. But you must try. You must try, because if you don't try, then you're giving your thoughts more power to continue oppressing you and depressing you. The other thing is, tip number three is, think about yourself. Think about who you are. Think about, because definitely you know yourself. You know the authentic you. Think about yourself and tell yourself that you're a good person. Tell yourself you're a kind person. You must be a kind person, a good person, somebody who is compassionate, somebody who cares about other people. You're not just a bad person, you're a good person. You could be going through difficult times and depression, but that does not mean that you're a bad person. So remind yourself of the authentic you, authentic self, of the kind of person that you are, that you're a good person, you're a caring person, and you're just human. People make mistakes, life happens, and you don't have to beat yourself so hard. You don't have to be controlled by the negative thoughts, by the thoughts that comes into your mind. Sometimes these depressive thoughts can become like a broken dam, like a broken dam, you know, like a broken dam that you cannot control, that you're not able to control. Like you're trying to control your thoughts, and you're not able to do that. They're just flooding, they're just flowing. You feel you don't have the ability to stop them. You feel they're just getting out of control. But it is always good, it is important that you disrupt those thoughts, and you can pray, you can listen to a song, you can listen to something that is going to disrupt that pattern, and that will be on your way. That will help you for a moment, even if it is not for the whole time, disrupt your thought patterns. The other thing is, most of the time when you're going through depression, you just want to stay in the house. You want to stay sometimes in the blankets, and you feel your legs are so heavy, you don't want to do anything because you feel there's a deep and heavy and dark cloud that is resting on you, that is upon you. You should convince yourself that you're okay, you're fine, you're strong. Get yourself out of the bed, get yourself out of the house, shower, prepare yourself, make yourself look good, and get out of the house. You just can't. For how long are you going to stay in bed? For how long are you going to stay under the blankets? You should always get out of the house. You should try and get out, get yourself out of bed and make yourself look nice and get out of the house. That is the other thing. You just can't sink. You just can't continue sinking in the house. You must rise up. You must get on your feet and go out there. The other thing is, you should look for something to do. The more you sit and you are not doing anything, the more it becomes too much. The more it becomes heavier. The more it becomes darker. You should, if you're in the house, you should look for something that you can do. You can wash clothes. You can arrange your wardrobe. You can try and start fitting on your small clothes that you were wearing maybe years back. Try and do something that is going to keep you engaged, something that is going to disrupt your mind if you are in the house. The other thing is, plan ahead. Start thinking about something that you can do that is going to engage you. You can start to exercise. You can start to walk. You can go to the mall. You can go to the market. You can go to a church meeting. They are free. You can contact an old friend and have a nice chat, maybe an old high school friend, and have a chat. Try and do something different that is going to keep you that is going to keep you from sinking deeper. Because if you don't do something, and especially when it is early, you will realize that it will become too much. It will become too much. It will become difficult for you to be able to rise up again. Depression is not a joke, but it starts, most of the time, it starts in how we think. There are times when your thoughts can feel like a flooded, like a broken dam, like it is too much. And these are not nice, sweet, cute thoughts. These are thoughts that are not good. These are thoughts that are not good at all. So don't let yourself get deeper and deeper. You can try and apply these few tips, and this will be of much help if you try and practice this. If you feel you're not able to do that, if you feel it has already gone too far, you can consult the person, the people who are professionals, people who are in charge of taking care of those kind of situations. God bless you, and you're okay, you're beautiful, you're compassionate, you're a generous person, and you don't have to go through what you're going through. God bless you. God bless you. Don't be depressed. Don't be stressed. Life is good, and there is something good that is waiting for you down the road. It's not always dark. It's not always gloom. Life is full of ups and downs. Life is, of different seasons. So you don't have to just be so broken in one situation.